I did get keto flu. If I get in the 130s, hey guys, thanks for clicking on this video. I'm Moda Marie, but of course you could just call me Marie. And as you can see from the title, your girl has made it 30 days into the 75 Hard Challenge while starting the Carnivore Diet. I cannot believe I made it this far, and to realize that it's not even halfway over is just wild. So stay tuned because we're going to get into my before and after photos, how much weight I lost, and all of the craziness that I had to go through in order to keep moving through this challenge. Just like things happened that I totally did not expect. I will share with you right up front is that while the physical benefits are definitely great and I'm super happy about them, the discipline and the change that I've seen over myself over the past 4 weeks has been inspiring, to say the least. Every week has been like a completely different journey. It's been a different experience every week. It was like a roller coaster. And I'm hoping it kind of levels out as we go forward, but we'll see as we get there. So if you want to see what happens and see the before and after pictures, then keep on watching. So if this is the first time that you've clicked on my channel and you don't know what the 75 Hard Challenge is, it is a 75-day mental and physical toughness challenge. You have to complete 5 daily tasks in order to continue to move on. If you forget to do one of those things, you have to start back over at day 1. So if you get to 32 days and you forget to do one of the tasks, you have to start over day 1. So just to list off those daily tasks, you have to follow a diet of choice. Mine is the Carnivore Diet. One of the hardest switches to do, I might add. Number 2 is you have to drink a gallon of water. Because of my height and weight, I am doing 96 ounces. You also have to complete 2 workouts every day. They have to be at least 45 minutes long and one has to be outside. You also have to take a progress picture every day and read 10 pages of a non-fiction book. So now that you know what those daily tasks are, I'm sure you can understand why I am really celebrating the fact that I have made it 30 days doing each of those tasks, including 2 workouts a day for the last 30 days, on top of completely changing my diet from a standard American diet, very high carbs, very high sugar, to doing a complete carnivore diet. So first, let's just go through what the hardest part of this challenge has been. So if you watch my week 1 recap, it is pretty much the same thing. I will say that getting in my 96 ounces of water is by far the most difficult. It is time consuming, it is uncomfortable. It's so crazy that getting in that much water is still not the easiest thing to do. But I will say that I have greatly improved how much that I take in and how quickly during the day. Week 1, I was literally trying to chug water before I got into the bed, which was leaving to an awful night's rest. And then going forward, week 2 got a little bit better, but week 3 and week 4 has changed a lot. And I want to thank you guys for leaving comments on the last video, giving me tips about how to get better with taking my water, because some of that definitely did help. I started to put in berries and lemons, and just a pro tip, try putting in orange slices. Orange slices without the rind is so refreshing. So it's gotten a lot better, and I feel like my body physically is adapting to taking that much water. So it's gotten a lot better. The easiest thing to do, now I'm not even going to count taking the daily progress photo and reading the 10 pages. Those were easier because it only took me a few days to realize I needed to put that into a nighttime routine, and pretty much since then, that has not been a problem at all. So between the diet and the working out, which one do you think was the easiest? Again, we're not including those other things. So just between the diet and the working out, let me know in the comments what you think the easiest of those 2 would be. Well, I gotta say, let me think. The diet. The diet has been one of the easiest things. Now, mind you, when I say easy, it's still very difficult, but out of everything else that I had to do, I would put this as one of my, call it favorite changes. So the carnivore diet, if you don't know what that is just eating purely animal meat, beef, butter, bacon. I can't eat eggs because I'm currently allergic. It's been crazy. And I will let you know also that I did get keto flu. Keto flu is when your body starts to lose a lot of water and it takes some of your electrolytes and minerals with it, and you start to not feel well. It kind of feels like a version of the flu or a cold. So I had that for about a week and it made me very lethargic. I didn't want to work out. Obviously, I didn't want to continue to have water, so it was a rough week. But outside of that, my inflammation is down. My joints feel amazing. I'm starting to get back more energy. So while my body is figuring out that it doesn't have carbs to burn, it's going to take a lot longer than 4 weeks for it to start to burn fat, but it's definitely starting to get more efficient at it. So my energy is back up as well. Like, I feel so much better already within 30 days. Now, on to the workouts. So the workouts haven't been much of a struggle. There are, of course, some days where I really would prefer not to do them, but I have them set in place at a certain time every day, and I try to make it non-negotiable. So the time that I choose is first thing in the morning, which for me is pretty early. So if I go to work, if I have to go into the office, that is a 5 a.m. workout, because I already know when I come home, I'm not going to be able to do 2 workouts, nor will I want to. I learned a lot from the book that I'm reading, Atomic Habits, as far as habit stacking. So one thing that I do to make sure that I look forward to my workouts is that I do not listen to any of my favorite music outside of working out. So that is the only place that I listen to it. So if I go for a long drive, I'm listening to a YouTube story time or I'm listening to a podcast. But otherwise, the only place that I can get my favorite music is when I work out. So it makes me look forward to it twice a day, every day. The first 2 weeks were obviously the most difficult by far. I was wondering, why was I doing this to myself? Made no sense. And then I had a mindset shift, which thankfully I was waiting for. So just a little backstory. I didn't go into this with this rah-rah, I'm going to do this challenge and I'm going to kill it. I had absolutely no motivation to change how I was eating, to change how I was living. Decided that I am not going to wait for motivation. I'm going to let motivation come to me. And that is exactly what happened. So around week 3, I was starting to feel a lot better. My heart rate on the treadmill had kind of mellowed out. My body was basically getting it adjusted to me moving it and exercising. So this last week, I actually, like I said, I don't just slowly get up and make my way outside or make my way to the treadmill. I pop up. For one, because it's been 4 weeks and I know what happens when I don't get up right away and do the things that I need to do. It makes the rest of my morning rushed and awful, which goes into the rest of my day. And I don't like to have that mindset. I like to have a nice morning routine. Everything is in its place type of morning. So I get up, pop up, do my workout. Now, before we get into how much weight I've lost and all of that, the plan going forward is to just up the intensity level as far as the workouts, resistance training, and really starting to hit that hard. The first month was all about adaptation, just kind of waking my body up, getting used to moving. And now we're going to try to push it into growth. Muscle growth, fat loss. That's exactly what we want. And on to some results. That is exactly what I have been getting. So for me, it was actually a concern that I would start to lose weight a little too quickly. So I track my macros and my calories to make sure that I am trying to get in at least 1,800 calories a day. My minimum used to be 100 grams of protein every day. I easily get 120 to 140, depending if I have chicken or beef for the day, lamb, whatever. So next month is going to be a lot more resistance training, getting the muscles up, all that good stuff. So as far as weight loss, when I first started, I was 151.8, and I have the scale picture here just to keep me honest, because the little points, sometimes I kind of mess up on those. And as of day 30, I am at, all right, so as of this morning, I am 143.8. So I lost about 8 pounds. So I'm really excited about the 8 pounds. Like I said, I don't want to lose weight too quickly because I want to reserve my muscles and try to burn just as much fat as possible. So 8 pounds in 4 weeks is amazing to me. So yeah, 143. I'm just gonna let you know right now and be a whole different person. Because I have not been in the 130s in forever, but we'll get there. We'll get there. Right now I'm gonna celebrate 143.8. I don't care, call it 144, I'm fine with that also. So 8 pounds, doing this challenge, doing the carnivore diet has been an experience. And thank you, oh, pictures. Here are my day 1 photo as well as my day 30 video anyway. All right, so I'm still looking for tips as far as water. I think I have this under control. I definitely need more book recommendations because I am pretty much done with Atomic Habits. So let me know down in the comments if you're on your own journey and how it's going. And of course, leave me some book recommendations because I would definitely appreciate those. If you stayed this long, definitely hit the like button and subscribe and leave a comment for the algorithm because I'd really appreciate it. But I have some really fun videos coming about my what I eat in the days, more gym days, different workouts, and I tried a couple of weird workouts too that I want to show you. So thanks for sticking around. I'll see you guys next time.